I just finished reading A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, a book that's been on TikTok for quite a while, and I'm very perplexed at how I feel. First of all, let me start by saying, while I don't like the things that happen in this book, it sits heavy in your soul for a bit. And for some reason I like that. I like books that make me feel, that overwhelm me. And I do think that the author, Hanya, is very talented. And I think that this is a book that you don't forget. That being said, this book needs to be, some will agree with me, some will not. In my opinion, what I didn't like was that it needed to be more concise. If it weren't for the fact that in the back, they give a little, it talks about Jude and not having, if it weren't for that context clue that he was going to be the main character, I probably wouldn't have been sure until, getting into the 300th page. The fourth chapter on this edition starts like at 312 or 20, and I honestly don't feel that we should be dedicating 300 pages to other characters that were not the main character. While I appreciate context to them, and I do think that we should have context to them, I don't think it should take 300 pages. I did like that it was heavy. Not because, obviously they're not stories to enjoy, but I do like a book that breaks my heart. But it didn't break my heart the way I thought it would. And here's why. Throughout the book, we see that Jude has tendencies to unalive himself. And he does attempt it eventually. His desire to unalive himself and the hopelessness in the book is so much there that it just feels like it's beating around the bush, to the point that when it actually happens, I wouldn't say that I wasn't fazed, but I expected it. It was like, okay, what now? And surprisingly to me, it was more, what broke my heart more was Harold's reaction to his death, and to feel that he had failed as a father twice, and to have all these young people that he loved pass away, and here he is, the father, just feeling like he failed. And the way he tells him, my baby, that part pulled at my heartstrings. And there's parts in the book that I did shed tears because I felt I could relate to in some ways, but other than that, I feel that it beat around the bush too much, that I just wanted it to end. Honestly, as you can see, I grabbed my books from the library and I almost gave up on it because we were almost at page 400 and it wasn't getting to the point. I honestly didn't know what the point of the story was almost halfway through the book. And I don't think a book should feel like that. Nevertheless, I do feel that the author is very talented, so for that, I will give this book, I'm stuck between a 3.5 and a 4.
I'm not stuck anymore. It's a
If you read this book,
3.5 for
tell me what you
me.
think of this book. Tell me what you would give this book. I honestly feel very conflicted. I see where it can get, per se, annoying, but I also can see where it's beautiful. Very beautiful writing, but could be more concise.